My name is Rachel.
And mine's Emma Joy.
And today we are going to be doing the
Inside Out Book Tag!
Yeah! This tag was created by Christina, and I will leave her original video down below. She actually just posted the video this morning, and I saw the video, and I was like, oh, I have to do it because...
Because why?
Because we really love this movie. And so, I invited my BFF named Emma Joy over because she's the one that showed me this movie.
She not only invited me, she texted me the link to the video. She had a separate line for every sentence. She goes, I want to do this. Are you home? Can we do this today? Do you want to do it with me? I saw the video and screamed. So,
yay! Okay, so we're gonna get started.
Nope, that's wrong. The first question for the tag is for Joy. I'm going to ask this question because my middle name is Joy, literally. So the question is, which book brings you the most joy?
So for mine, I'm picking two books that I just got yesterday, and that would be Cress and Fairest by Marissa Meyer. If you're wondering why the third book in a series and the novella in a series would be the book that brings me the most joy, well, two reasons. One, the reason I bought it was because I kicked some major behind on my AP tests, and so I treated myself. And secondly, okay, I've never had an autographed book before, and now I have two. Okay, and so these are the books that bring me the most joy, and I plan to read this one probably this month or next month, and I was going to read this one for the Cramathon, but I can't read this before I read this because I'm also reading two other books right now, so I'll just read this later after I read this.
The book that brings me the most joy, I finished like 2 days ago, and then I started it over because I loved it so much. I missed the characters. Like, I felt like they had just left me and I needed to read it again. And also, I kicked some major behind on my AP test, so to celebrate and treat myself, I got the collector's edition of this book, Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. It makes me so happy. I was like weeping by the end because I was just like so happy that Kath was like happy, and I'm not gonna spoil the ending because that's just not a thing.
We do this on this channel.
But it's really happy. It brings me a lot of joy. And it has like this beautiful fan art in the cover, and this is just the most beautiful copy of it ever, and I'm so happy. And yes, so there's the book that brings me the most joy right now at this moment in my life.
Woo! Emotion number 2 is disgust. Which book grossed you out the most? My answer for this one, and I'm currently reading it, and it's not a disgust in a way that's a bad thing. It's just kind of intense for me. It's not normally what I read, and it is on my Kindle. Je regrette. I'll order the books later. And that is The Knife of Never Letting Go by Patrick Ness. If you've read it, you know that it can tend to be a little bit gory, and Patrick Ness is just a little bit gory, and I'm not really used to that, but I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Okay.
My book for disgust is Lord of the Flies by William Golding. It didn't actually like disgust me necessarily, but some of the things like the head on the stick thing and the idea in general just kind of like made me feel weird enough inside that it's what I picked for my disgust book.
Emotion number 3.
The third emotion is fear. So the question for fear is, which book scared you more than anything? And okay, my answer is another one where it's not like really like, it's not quite the question. It's like close. It's like, so it's Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins, the third one in the Hunger Games series. It didn't necessarily scare me because they're literally at war. I knew that it was going to be an intense thing. Some of the battle scenes in this book I just like started getting like really panicky, and I was like I have to like set it down and like go do something else for a couple hours and then come back to it. So yeah, there's my book for fear. Rachel, take it away. This is me taking it away.
Mine also is an interpretation of the question pretty much because I don't read scary books.
Me either.
I'm not a big fan, and also when I read books, most of the time, if they're like the first or second book in a series, I'm like, okay, I know nothing's gonna happen. So even though I'm a little bit afraid, I know that they're not gonna kill off the main character in the second page. And so I kind of read it like that so I don't get very scared. The book that I was scared of was Isla and the Happily Ever After by Stephanie Perkins. And no, I'm not a weenie, Hut Jr. I wasn't scared because I thought it was scary. I was scared because I was worried I wasn't gonna like it, and I wasn't gonna like the ending, and it wasn't gonna live up to what I thought it was. And I was also scared because in the middle of it, I wasn't digging it as much as I wanted to be digging it. But then I was really happy and there's nothing to be scared about. I was happily ever after.
Is it like super good? Like,
I still like Anna way more than both the other ones.
okay.
But this one is pretty darn good.
Because I thought about reading those, but I don't have them yet, so. You should comment on Rachel's video if I should read that, and she'll tell me if I should. I mean, she knows, but I don't trust her opinion. So.
Okay, but yeah, this is my scary book.
This is my scary book.
Stephanie Perkins! Ah. Emotion number 4.
4 is
sadness. Which book made you? I was pointing at you in my viewfinder. Okay! Which book made you cry the hardest, Emma Joy?
Every book that I've ever read has made me cry a little bit, like some scene in I'm pretty sure every book that I've read, unless actually even children's books make me cry. So the one that I remember crying a lot when I was reading it, Aristotle and Dante, Discover the Secrets of the Universe. It's probably the book with the longest title in the world. Benjamin Alire Signs is how I learned to pronounce it when I was doing a book report on this. I don't know if that's right. So if it's not, I'm really sorry, author of this beautiful work of literature. It made me cry a lot in both sad and happy ways, like all the feelings were felt. And I actually documented all those feelings. I will like write in the back of it the date and time that I finish it, and then kind of like a comment on it or like a 5-star rating or whatever if I really, really liked it. And then when people borrow the book, they have to do it too. So I have 2 reviews in the back of this one, and this one says, I'm in love with this book and I'm crying. From me in 2012. Clearly I need to reread this book because it's been far too long.
Do you want to buddy read it?
Totally.
This summer?
Yes. So yeah, this is really, really good and everyone needs to read it, and I feel like not enough people know about how much they need to read it, so I'm talking about it right now. Read this book. It's so
For this, you know what I'm gonna say. I always say it, I gotta say it. It's just a thing. It has to be in every video. I'm putting it in every video. I've literally said that I'm going to put it in every video in other videos. And then I picked a second one because I distinctly remember finishing it, sitting on my couch, and losing my bananas, and that would be The Book Thief.
Oh, I also lost my bananas. Who really knows if I had any bananas to begin with? But if I did, they were lost when I read The Book Thief.
Whoa! There are index cards in here.
The next emotion is anger. So the question for anger is which book pissed you off the most? And like, I think that lots of moments in books piss me off. I don't know if there's really like a whole book that pissed me off, but I do have one. The book that pissed me off, I feel really bad because it's like really important to the world. But it's Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison. It did piss me off. The fact that he even needed to ever feel invisible because of his race is just like dumb. I wish that didn't happen in the world, but it did and it still does, and let's not get into that in this video because then it'll be really long and this won't be a booktube anymore. So that, and then like at the end I kind of hoped, I probably shouldn't have had hope for this because it's like not a YA book, which is pretty much what I read aside from this and Jane Austen, and in this one it just kind of was like entirely cynical at the end. I didn't feel any twinge of hope when I finished this. At the end I'm just like, darn. It didn't like make me want to like push the handle things and light my head on fire like in the movie. But it did piss me off a little bit. I kind of walked around my house ranting to my mom and my sister.
Okay, I have 2 books for this. You probably already know the answer to this question because I always talk about this whenever I do a tag, and it's the pissed off section of the tag. Last time I talked about these, it was 22 minutes long, and so I am not going to talk about it. The Road by Cormac McCarthy. I don't normally throw my books on the floor, but I'm doing it, and I don't even.
What was that? You didn't say what it was.
No, they know what it is!
I don't.
Don't read it.
Oh, that looks like it would piss me off too.
Oh gosh. Those were the 5 original emotions in the tag, but while I was watching it and thinking about the movie, because I really do enjoy this movie, in no disrespect, I don't know if this is disrespectful, Miss Incredible Christina, who does incredible videos, and I love them. I thought of one additional question, and Emma thought of one additional question, because we thought that we needed to add a little bit of something. And so, first we are going to do Emma's question.
So my question that I thought of is for Bing Bong, because he's like one of my favorite characters. Bing Bong!
How do we do Bing Bong's emotion? as happy as can be.
The question that I thought of for Bing Bong is, what was your favorite book as a kid? It's Stargirl and Love Stargirl by Jerry Spinelli. I read those when I was probably like 11 or 12, I think. I mean, I was like Riley's age, I guess, because she's 11 in the movie. I loved them, and I wanted to be like Stargirl in all her like best qualities. Like, I started leaving pennies on the ground purposely face up because I wanted people to like have a better day. So yeah, those are my favorite books when I was Riley's age.
I can't not. And I'm showing these two covers specifically because these are the two that I read first. This one, we all know the story. I have told the story of this one. This one, I have not told the story of. This was the hardest one for me to read just because at the time, this was it was so scary. It was the longest book I'd probably ever read. It's over 700 pages. And mind you, I was in 4th or 5th grade or something ridiculous. And I read the same part so much. I was so caught up that I accidentally dropped it and it split in half. So, definitely our final question, the one that I created, which is Riley Anderson. Which book or series is the most well-rounded? And for this, whoa, every time, it's so heavy, this is like crushes my bone. I pick Harry Potter, the pretty editions, as the most well-rounded series, and I'm putting it down because it's freaking heavy. The reason I picked this as my most well-rounded series is because I think it has a little something for literally everybody, and when I say literally, I actually mean that. I really think that it could appeal to anybody. It does appeal to everybody.
For my well-rounded book,
guess who's back? Back again.
Fangirl's back.
Back.
Tell a friend. So for my well-rounded book, I'm gonna say Fangirl again because I feel like it just really addresses a lot of things but still is like relatable, and it's like an easy read. Like, you can get through it. I think it has something for like a lot of people. Maybe not everybody, because I wouldn't want to read this when I was little. It deals with mental illness and potential alcoholism and college life, starting college. I'm starting college in like, I think move-in day is in 72 days.
How do you know that?
Because I have a countdown on my phone.
And I also start college in 72
days.
Because we're going
to the same college. I'm so excited. So yeah, I just feel like it has a lot for a lot of people. And also I'm obsessed with it right now, particularly because I just read it. So here it is.
So that was the Inside Out book tag. We added a little bit, just a little bit.
We just threw in a couple spices.
If you would like to do this tag, I am tagging everybody. You, and you, and you, and you, and you, and also you.
And you.
I'm also tagging you. Everybody is tagged to do this just because I think it'd be weird to specifically tag people who haven't seen the movie. I recommend you see this. It is really good, and that is why we did it. And we're gonna do more videos together pretty soon because this was really swag.
Yes. Oh, it was really fun and cool and pleasant
and swiggity
and
swaggity and
swaggity
swiggity.
So a lot of like other words that are not swag, but it was also swag.
Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon with another video.
And so will I.
Heck,
because I'll be back.
Back again. This is not the first video I've sung this song in. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Goodbye! Bye!